Hello everybody, OCD Mikey, Hi-Fi Guy here, and I am about to show you an OCD Hi-Fi room. It starts with this door, sound lock. And we come into this room, and this is the Star Sound demonstration room. Star Sound is the company that I tell you about that makes the racks that are my favorite racks. And what they're all about is mechanically grounding vibration to earth, which is the only true way to really get vibration out and away from your components. By isolating them with rubber, you are holding vibration in the component. You can dump to rubber a little bit, but it's definitely not as efficient as dumping using stiff materials into the foundation of your home and into the earth. Ultimately, it needs to go back to earth, just like a normal ground. So what we have here in this room is we have a complete concrete slabbed room all the way around, poured concrete. The ceiling, this has been built under, but above us is a concrete slab for the garage. So we are encapsulated in concrete, and we have a room built inside the concrete containment. And if you look, I'll look over here at the walls, we have these compartments which are filled, actually, both of them on each side. We have roughly 1,000 pounds of microscopic level lead shot, basically, or shot material that is like powder level and dropped in there for a very, these corners don't reflect anything. You stand in the corner, they're completely dead. They absorb energy, okay? And we have a stud wall, if you can imagine a stud wall, okay, that goes all the way here. We've got sheetrock in the gray area. In the black area, it's actually open, and this is acoustic fabric. Each stud cavity, okay, we have a rod that goes all the way up. It's a threaded rod, and at the top, it has brass cones. There's a steel plate up there, and it goes all the way down. There's a coupling in the middle, goes all the way down to the bottom. There's a steel bracket in the middle that holds it to the studs, which are 2x6 engineered laminate. They're not 2x6, normal 2x6 pine studs or whatever. They are actually engineered laminate, so they're extremely rigid. And you turn a custom-made coupling nut in the middle, and you are able to tension each stud cavity. So we got 16-inch stud cavities, and we've got points up there and brass points on the bottom, and you tighten it up and you tune the room. And there's 160 some odd cones within the walls here. Where you see the black fabric, this is where the sheetrock has been removed or was not put in, and they're open cavity for absorption as opposed to reflection here. Even though this is reflection, there's laminar waves that move along this hard surface and are absorbed into these rods that go down, and they deposit and ground the energy into the foundation of the house and into the earth. So if I go over here, you will see these are speakers made by Star Sound called the Caravelle. These are poured. So there is no seam on this. This is a poured mold using a polymer that has ceramic polymer, very, very inert material. You can see the Purify drivers with the, those tweeters, I'm not sure. They're ribbon tweeters. And then we go down here, we've got these mechanically grounded using brass cones and coupling nuts, or the coupling, they call them couplers, so that you don't have a point right into the bottom of your speaker, and it gives a much greater surface area, all the way down to the floor, which is hard, adhered to the concrete slab underneath. We go over there, we've got more. You can see absolutely everything in this rig. Here's a couple amps that I sold for this rig. And all the rest is ASR equipment. And this turntable, which I can't, do you remember the name of the turntable? What brand it was? This guy who only made a few of them before selling his company.
TTW, I believe.
TTW, okay. And it's a Soundsmith cartridge. See if we can see it up in there. It's a Soundsmith cartridge, and this arm is a Thales, Switzerland. Okay, so this is some pretty highfalutin stuff. This is PhonoPre. That is the battery supply for the PhonoPre. Here is the amplifier, which is the amplifier controller section. This has no power supply in it. We've got the battery power supply here for the preamp section of this amplifier, because it's, I guess, an integrated. And then we have the left and right power supply for the output of this amplifier. This is a crossover for the subs. There is a DAC up here. This is the DAC from Dangerous Music. And then the streamers, okay? These are two Jeff Rowland 125s powering these giant Macaulay dual 18 subs on each side. So we've got dual 18s, and then we've got it's a 6.5-inch driver and the ribbon tweeter. Everything is mechanically grounded. As you can see, they're all mechanically grounded through these brass cones in rods. These are shot filled as well. Or no, these are solid. Those are solid. They're not shot filled. Those are complete solid. So this is extremely functional. This is not just the $60,000 rack that you throw in your room. These are extremely functional. And not only are they grounded to this room, but this room is grounded. Okay? So this is an extreme build. This is... You do not see this unless people are very, very, very serious about their sound. And so we have roughly 55,000 of racks total, 55, maybe 60 max of all the brass and everything, all these racks that we see. And then the room build out, I think, is about 80 for this room build out, including all the cones, everything, and the rods that are in the walls. And of course the gear. So we're gonna do a little listening, but I wanted to show you this first. This room is put together using mathematical equations and tuned by hand. See you.